An abused orangutan has been free, after spending 2 years locked up in a dark wooden box. The ape, called Kotap, was rescued by a team from International Animal Rescue and officials from the Forestry Department of West Kalimantan. Kotap, aged 4, had spent 2 years of his life shut up in the box, which measures just 10 square feet. His captor, a man named Baco, claimed to have been given the orangutan by some people he met in the village of Kotap, West Kalimantan. Baco had spotted the small baby ape in a cardboard box, and agreed to take him home and look after him. However, he soon became concerned that Kotap would disturb the neighbors, and built a cage for him at the front of his house. He had fed Kotap on a diet of human food, including bread and rice. Baco claimed that the orangutan's favorite meal was uncooked instant noodles, washed down with a sachet of sugary drink. Officials from the BKSDA had previously visited Baco at his home in Baco, a village in West Kalimantan, but were unable to persuade him to hand over Kotap. But, after they explained the plight of orangutans in Borneo, and he must act in the best interests of the animal, plus in compliance with the law, Baco gave up Kotap. When the door of the box was opened and Ir Vedui extended her hand to Kotap, at first he was frightened and ran to the back of the box where he couldn't be reached. After years in the darkness, he clearly found the sight and sound of the outside world quite terrifying. Uwe said, Kotap was very stressed by all the strangers who gathered to see him, when he was taken out of the box. He became nervous and aggressive, which is not surprising. So, during the long journey back to the center we kept people away from him, so that he remained as quiet and calm as possible. Alan Knight, Chief Executive of International Animal Rescue, said, this poor orangutan had been kept alone in the dark for 2 long years, half his entire life. He was deprived of everything an orangutan needs to survive in the wild. At 4 years old, he should still be with his mother, learning from her how to climb and move through the forest, what foods to eat and what to avoid, and how to build a nest in the trees to sleep in each night. Instead, Kotap lived a sad and solitary existence, unable to exercise or express any of the natural behaviors of a wild orangutan. He was fed an unsuitable diet that could have made him seriously ill, and would surely eventually have been driven mad with boredom and frustration. Thankfully now, after a period in quarantine, Kotap will meet other rescued orangutans at our center, and embark on the long journey through rehabilitation back to the forest where he belongs. Less than 2 months ago IAR's team rescued Amy, whose sad story of cruelty and neglect was very similar to Kotap's. Carmelano Sanchez, Program Director for IAR Indonesia, said, it's high time people realize that, if they keep breaking the law by capturing orangutans and keeping or selling them as pets, then the species will soon become extinct.